Hey everybody, here we go. So we have 6 graphs that we see over here. We've got all different kinds of shapes and lines and whatnot. And all we need to figure out is, does this graph show me a proportional relationship? Well, sounds kind of difficult. It could not be any easier, because we only need to ask ourselves 2 questions. Alright, so we have to ask ourselves 2 questions. I'm just going to abbreviate with 2 Q's. Okay, question number 1 that we ask ourselves: is it, alright, a straight line? Okay, is it a straight line? Question number 2 that we're going to ask ourselves: alright, does it go through the origin? Ooh, fancy math word. Alright, does it go through the origin? Or in other words, does it go through the point 0, 0? Alright, that is the origin. So the origin is, in essence, where our 2 graphs meet, right? So I'm going to say that fancy green dot there, that's our origin, guys. Alright, so knowing that, let's go back here. So let's look at our first one. Alright, so let's look at this graph right over here. Well, let's ask our 2 questions. So, is it a straight line? Yep, sure looks like a straight line to me. Alright, so we'll give it a check mark for question number 1. Alright, so here I'll put a 1. It gets a check mark. Question number 2. Does it go through the origin? Right? Does it go through that point right over there? Sure does. So what's this one? Bingo. Proportional. My second one over here. Question 1. Is it a straight line? Absolutely. No denying that that's a straight line. Question number 2. Does it pass through the origin, right? Or that point right there? No. Alright, no it does not. So, non-proportional. Number 13 here. Is it a straight line? Yeah, I'm going to say so. Alright, now, does it go through the origin? Right, does it go through that point right there? No, not really. Alright, so this one, not proportional. Again, it's only got to fail one of these, gang. If it fails one of these, it cannot be a proportional relationship. Alright, number 14. Is this a straight line? Absolutely not. Right, this guy's curving everywhere. Alright, so it can't even make it past the first question. It is definitely not proportional. Number 15. Does this one happen to be a straight line? Yes, I would say so. Question number 2. Does it go through the origin? Right? Our origin's right there. Is it going through that point? It sure is. Alright, finally we got somebody that's proportional. Alright, and lastly, number 16. So is this one a straight line? Absolutely. Right? It passes question number 1 with flying colors. Question number 2. As you can already see, I've got my dot right there already from when we first talked about this. Right? Does it go through the origin? No. No, it does not. So, is it proportional? Nope. Sure isn't. Alright, things to note, guys. It doesn't make a difference. Alright, let me scroll up here. Alright, it doesn't make a difference which way, alright, our graph goes. It can start here at the origin. Let's just assume that's going through the origin. Right, it can go down here. Right, these lines can go in any direction. Alright, now more often than not, alright, we're going to see them in this quadrant, right? We have 4 quadrants for our coordinate plane. Right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Most often we live in quadrant 1 up here. But we're okay if we see our lines and they go through the origin. As long as you start or go through the origin, and you're a straight line, of course, you will be proportional. Right? You can't go through the origin and do this. You've gone through the origin, that's great, but are you a straight line? No. No, you are not. Okay, so we like all of these. Alright, anything that's got a curve or a bend, any of that stuff does not fly, right? So this one, not proportional. Okay, just remember that.